Yo, welcome everyone. Bitcoin has gotten quite a big push down, directly into the bottom of a significant descending channel. Most are now scared and already liquidated. That's why the final wave is probably coming very soon. Let me show you. In yesterday's video, we talked about the first very important area of support that ideally we would like Bitcoin to hold. This specific level was the bottom of the horizontal range at approximately 102.4 thousand US dollars. This level was also aligning perfectly with the value area low or the last volume support level, but it does look like suddenly Bitcoin lost the level towards downside. We got quite a significant breakdown simply because of the bearish divergence we also mentioned in our yesterday's video. We got a higher high on the CVD indicator while Bitcoin was forming lower highs. This right here means bearish absorption is in play, and that is why it does look like Bitcoin got another push towards downside. That is of course also one of the reasons I got stopped out of my long position on Bitcoin, but nevertheless, I did re-enter at the area of support we already talked about for the past couple of days. I'm right now in another brand new long position on Bitcoin from approximately 99,000 US dollars. I also fired another long position on Ethereum, Hype, XRP, and Solana. Additionally, I fired another brand new long position on Sui because some of the trades I had opened on different altcoins unfortunately got stopped out, but nevertheless, I am as of right now still following my plan. Why so? Because not only Bitcoin hit the most important and actually quite a significant one-to-one Fibonacci extension level, and by the way, I did already mention about the one-to-one Fibonacci extension level a couple of days ago when I talked about a significant and quite an important bigger ABC correction Bitcoin could be forming on 15th of June, where I said Bitcoin is forming an ABC correction, expecting a push down before a new all-time high. Now, unfortunately, this exact prediction did not play out exactly. Nevertheless, I definitely shared with you the one-to-one Fibonacci extension price target, 99,000 US dollar area. Additionally, it was aligning very nicely with the bottom of the descending channel. That is why I am almost in real time updating you on Twitter right here what levels are being hit and of course what Bitcoin is doing. That is why 13 hours ago I posted Bitcoin has just hit the bottom of a massive channel, showing you that yes, we hit the one-to-one level and of course also quite a significant bottom of a descending channel. Surprisingly or maybe not, a lot of people are getting completely wrecked and liquidated. Pay attention right now to the past 24-hour liquidations. Over 500 million of long positions completely wrecked and completely liquidated, and additionally pay attention right now to the liquidation spike we got only a couple of hours ago, literally exactly at the bottom. So when you see people getting wrecked, when you scroll through Twitter and people are calling for lower targets, and additionally when you pay attention to the crypto fear and greed index and you see we are as of right now trading in fear, simply you need to ask yourself, if everyone is fearful, if everyone is wrecked, it does make a lot of sense for us to be looking for another long or a buy position, not only on Bitcoin, but of course also on different other cryptocurrencies. Additionally, what is right now going to be the level I would really like to see Bitcoin to reclaim in the next couple of hours? Before we do talk about that, I would right now really appreciate for you to smash up the like button because 1,000 likes are really imminent, and also thank you for subscribing to the channel. Let me right now do share with you what is going to be the first most important level you should really pay attention to, and later in the video I'm also going to give you some very high probable trading ideas where you can be looking for a long position. But nevertheless, you probably know that the bottom of our range is right now coming in at approximately 102.5 thousand US dollars. That is why if we are right now going to see an acceptance back into our significant horizontal range, that is going to be a bullish Bitcoin indication. Additionally, if we are adjusting our horizontal range just slightly, we can right now go and connect all of those slightly lower lows right here, and you can right now see that if you look like that, Bitcoin might already be trading in this specific horizontal range. That is why, of course, we are not looking for any short or sell positions right here. That is also why only a couple of hours ago on Twitter, I actually said good morning to everyone except those selling at support again. So of course, if we are pushing lower, if people are getting liquidated, if people are being right now very much fearful, of course, we are not really interested going with a short position. We can only be looking to fire another long position. Of course, I'm not right now saying we cannot go lower. Of course we can, but with proper risk management, we can make even long positions right now in those specific circumstances potentially work. Now, in the next couple of hours also, the stock market is going to happen. So definitely I am slightly worried to see what happens with crypto once the stock market opens tomorrow. That is why I am always telling to you, risk management is not optional. You should be setting your stop loss. You should know exactly how much you are risking per trade. And of course, you should also know where we are going to be securing the profits if our trades right here are right now going to play out. But more about the exact take profit areas slightly later. Right now, I just want to share with you that the MACD indicator on the daily time frame might even be forming a brand new bullish divergence. Look at this, right? Lower low on Bitcoin, higher low on the MACD indicator. If we are right now going to start curving towards the upside, it is also going to be a confirmed bullish divergence. Additionally, we can right now go with the Achler stochastic CG oscillator I already mentioned yesterday. We are now forming still a double bottom pattern, and the last time we got a double bottom pattern, we got an explosive move towards the upside, towards another all-time high. Additionally, if we are paying attention to the semi futures chart, we definitely right now formed quite a significant gap, and we are going to close it once Bitcoin is going to reach the area of approximately 103,000 US dollars. This specific indication, the semi gap, is also going to be another bullish indication on Bitcoin, because 90% of all of the semi gaps usually get filled sooner rather than later. So that is why ideally I would really like to see Bitcoin continuing its way towards the upside, but unfortunately we are not out of the woods just yet. What I said yesterday, pay attention to the exponential moving averages, because they are giving us, of course, the trend. On the 4-hourly, on the 2-hourly, and on the 1-hourly time frame, Bitcoin is right now clearly moving in a downtrend. But the thing is, because we are right now seeing some indications of a potential reversal, because Bitcoin hit a very important area of support, the descending channel bottom and also the 1-to-1 Fibonacci extension, because people are getting wrecked, that is why I am prepared to deploy my capital in the market and go with a brand new long or a buy position. If it doesn't play out, I am going to get stopped out and I'm going to look for another long position slightly lower. But nevertheless, I want to take right now my chance and see if we are able to go higher, because it really does look like a lot of people right now are completely scared. That is why if you want to trade with us and take an advantage of the free 30,000 US dollar bonus and also potentially get yourself a brand new iPhone 16, click the first link down below in the description, because Bybit Exchange is, as of right now, only after you register and after initial deposit, going to give you some very nice rewards in the lucky draw. Additionally, go into the rewards hub right here, because only after you register, you're going to get 20 USDT, deposit $100 because you're going to get another 10 USDT, and then open your first 10 US dollar trade because you're then going to get another 20 USDT. All of the free bonuses are available to you with the first link down below after you register and after initial deposit. Now, let me also share with you another bullish Bitcoin indication on the liquidation heat map, because looking right now on the 1 month time frame, it does look like our biggest liquidation cluster is actually exactly at the all-time highs, where millions of short positions are going to be wrecked and completely liquidated. That is why ideally I would really like to see Bitcoin continuing higher for us to maybe even form another all-time high literally sooner rather than later, if in the next couple of hours we are going to see a sign of strength. That being said, start reclaiming the last volume area of support right here at approximately 102.3 thousand US dollars. Additionally, what we said yesterday, if you pay attention to the volume, right, on the 4-hourly time frame, you're right now going to see that definitely we have gotten a bigger spike in the volume. And usually, when you're seeing a significant spike, that means some kind of a reversal. Remember, at this specific area also, a lot of people were scared. A lot of people also were liquidated. And what happened with Bitcoin? We got a push towards the upside. Also right here, volume spike, push towards the upside. Volume spike right here, reversal towards the downside. Volume spike right here, reversal towards the upside. And as of right now, we are clearly seeing another volume spike. We are trading at the bottom of some kind of a horizontal range. And additionally, we are hitting some quite important price targets in terms of the Fibonacci levels and descending channels. That is why, once again, I am prepared to deploy my capital into the market to see if we are able to continue higher. If not, I get stopped out and we are going to look for lower. Now, if you're right now asking me what are the lower targets you should be aware of, in a case Bitcoin does continue lower, simply we are going to pay attention to some very important Fibonacci retracement levels. And those targets are going to be measured using the logarithmic chart when we go exactly from our swing low back towards the swing high. 0.382 Fibonacci retracement level is coming in at 95.8 thousand US dollars, while the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level is coming in much lower at approximately $91,300. Now, to be honest, I do prefer the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level simply because we do have three very important lows right here for liquidity purposes. First low, second low, and then also the third low, which means that people that are at the moment still holding their long or buy positions probably have stop losses exactly below those specific lows. So if we go lower, not only we hit our 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level right here, but also potentially we can liquidate even more people. But the thing is, I trade from level to level. I look at how many people are getting wrecked, and as of right now, a lot of liquidations are coming in the market. We have gotten a significant volume spike. We also hit a very important price target right here. That is why, as of right now, I am not directly targeting for lower. I am once again aware I am going against the trend with the exponential moving averages. Clearly, on the 4-hourly, 2-hourly, and 1-hourly time frame, we are in a downtrend. So if you look like that, it is still slightly more risky to fire another long position at this specific area. However, if you right now ask me, would I rather fire a short or a long position? Clearly, I would much rather fire a long position not only on Bitcoin, also potentially on Ethereum, on Hype, on XRP, and of course also on different cryptocurrencies. Because if you right now pay attention to some of the charts, for example, XRP, it does look like we got a significant push down, taking the liquidity literally exactly below the recent low. If people are getting wrecked, if people are getting liquidated, it does look like usually we can see some kind of a reversal towards the upside. Additionally, for example, Solana hit another very important level. The daily level was tapped almost to the exact dollar accuracy. That is why I am telling to you, I am not interested shorting at this specific area, only trying a potential long position. Now, of course, ideally, after we start potentially right now moving towards the upside, and of course, potentially, if we do right to see acceptance back into our value area low right here, I would like to see next pretty much another all-time high to be formed on the Bitcoin chart itself. That is why, if you want to trade with us, take an advantage of the free 30,000 US dollar bonus, because only after you register with the first link down below in the description, you are going to get 20 USDT, and of course also after you deposit, even more rewards. That is why also right now, thank you for smashing up the like button.